Okay, Abbie, when you're ready.
I'm Edgar. This is my pitch for my magazine Terra. Our aim is to work with A-Line Productions to produce a modern and innovative horror magazine. Our market research shows there is no other magazine like Terra on the market, where magazines like Fangoria focus on the gory side of horror, and there's film magazines like Empire that focus on all genre of film. Terra focuses on all aspects of horror. Our idea is to create a modern, innovative magazine. We will do this by reviewing new films to reach a younger audience, but we'll also be reviewing classic films and older films to cater for our older audiences. Terra is without a doubt the world's most modern and innovative horror magazines. We collaborate with some of the biggest studios, filmmakers and actors in the business, and create content that no other magazine can compete with. From shooting videos with Stephen King to interviewing the cast of it, our access has no limitations. With world-class writers, critics and photographers, our content is considered modern, polished and connects to our audience. Unique selling point. So there is no other magazine like Terra on the market, as I said a minute ago. Its unique selling point is that it covers all bases of horror. Whilst doing our research, we concluded that there is no magazine like ours on the market. This means we can reach a wider audience, because if you're not into certain genres of horror like gore, then you don't have to read about it. The Terra Reader. So the Terra readership is 3/4 male, aged 15 to 55, employed, not necessarily married, secondary educated, and possibly university educated. And they indulge into their favourite genre of film, which in this case is horror, to the maximum. Terra's audience is passionate about film, and it uses cinema as an escapism or an insight into other worlds. They're also very influential among their family and friends, and their family and friends will not go see a film without their recommendation. In an increasingly noisy world with a wealth of knowledge, Terra's job is more important now than ever. We curate, we inform, and most importantly, we entertain whenever and wherever our audience is. So obviously when you're creating a magazine, there's always going to be magazines that do similar things or different things to what you do. So we did some market research, and we examined 3 main magazines, Horrorville, Fangoria and Empire. So similarities between all these 3 is their mastheads. All their mastheads are usually in a sans serif font, which is quite typical for magazines. We will also be using a sans serif font, but we'll be tweaking it in our own way to make sure that it's original and unique. Another similarity is the cover lines. There's always 4 main cover lines that appear on their covers. Exclusive interviews, stories, film reviews, like a top number, so like a top 10 scariest films to watch, or top 25 scariest in the new horror film. However, there are some differences in all the magazines, and the main one is the audience type. So Fangoria is a magazine that's made for hardcore horror fans that are really into gore, whereas Empire is made for just a film fanatic and they just love film, they're passionate about it. This is why our magazine is unique, because it focuses on all aspects of horror, like the supernatural, the gore, the psychological, torture, slasher, and many, many more. So needs for target audience. The age range, as I said before, is about 15 to 55. Gender is 3/4 male and 1/4 female. Our demographic lifestyle, so 76% of our demographic lifestyle is A, B, C1, C2. Their interests are watching, reading about film, they're very interested and passionate about it. And spending power. So our magazine costs £4.80. This can compete with other magazines on the market, like Horrorville, which costs £5, and Empire, that costs £4.70. Our age range is 15 to 55, and usually a 15-year-old wouldn't pay, say, £5 a month for a magazine. So our magazine is going to come out every 3 months. It's a seasonal magazine. Okay, so this font in the top corner, this is the font we chose because it's bold and it stands out. And it's quite different to other magazines, and it can be copyrighted as our own. We'll use formal language to fit our demographic lifestyle of A, B, C1, C2. However, we'll throw in some movie slang like B-film to fit other demographic lifestyles and movie fanatics. Our house style that we chose is black, red and a whitish colour. We chose this colour scheme because it's modern, it's bold, and will stand out on a magazine stand. The magazine will be published seasonally, and because of this, each issue will have plenty of horror film content and it won't get repetitive. As it's a seasonal magazine, it will retail for £4.80, which is a reasonable price for this type of magazine. A yearly subscription of 4 issues would usually cost £19.20. However, a subscription deal, we will lower the costs for £16 for all 4 issues, and for digital copies, it will be £13. So exclusives. Whether it's creating the world's first cover for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, or securing a world exclusive for The Snowman, Terra has some of the biggest firsts in the film and entertainment world on set. So there are on-set visits, and then there are Terra on-set visits. No one can match the standings we have with filmmakers, so no one else gets to spend 6 weeks on a set. A-list access. In the past 12 months, we've featured Steven Spielberg, Jennifer Lawrence. Actually, it'd be quicker if we named the A-list stars we haven't spoken to. Authority. Just how tall is Pennywise the Clown? And just exactly what does it take to become a member of the Losers Club? The Terra team know, and this is because they live, breathe and dream film. It's the most knowledgeable and passionate team in the business. Digital edition. So Terra's award-winning digital edition takes print magazines to a whole new level. It's enhanced with exclusive videos and pages that come to life with custom-made animations. There'll also be bonus exclusive interviews that are included in the digital edition. Podcast. With an average of 45,000 downloads a week, Terra's podcast is a top 5 hit in the iTunes charts. The podcast features news, reviews, and the team answering readers' questions. This is just another way for us to communicate with the Terra reader. Live events. Terra hosts live events throughout the year, with the high point of the calendar being Terra Awards, website or app. So, first with the movie and the TV news that matters, TerraOnline.com and the new Terra app is the go-to destination for the second a big film movie drops or a huge casting decision is made. E-magazines will rise significantly in the coming years due to the increase in popularity in e-magazines and app use. Tester photos. So we took some tester photos for the cover stories and for the exclusive story and the cover that will be inside the magazine. We played around with different types of lighting, makeup and poses. Our model in this shoot was wearing a pink top. However, in our real shoot, we'll make sure that she's in a black or dark colour top to make sure it's only her face that has colour. We will also shoot in front of just a black background to enhance the features of the face and the eyes. In the real shoot, she might seem a lot more gory or with cuts and bruises and like blood on her face. It was a good idea to do the tester photo shoot because now we know, now we can identify the problems before the real one. Budget. So we will make a loss in the first year. This is because we have to try and get our magazine off the ground, as well as paying for print costs, ink costs, and distribution costs, and everything else. In the first month, if our circulation was 60,000, we would make £288,000 because our magazine costs £4.80. If we say the circulation cost goes up 20,000 every 3 months, so every issue. The last issue of the year we will be selling 120,000 copies and we'll be making £576,000. Over the whole year, our magazine sales would have made £1,728,000. This is a massive loss because it will take about 8 minutes to get our magazine off the ground. However, this number here has not been the cost of subscription and advertisement has not been added into it. However, when we start to enter the second and third and fourth years, we'll start to break even and eventually even start to make profit. So when we get an increase in subscription, web usage and app usage, we can start to charge more for advertisements. Legal requirements. To make sure we don't get sued, we need to register our company name, all other logos, slogans and trademarks to do with our company. We'll do this by speaking to a legal advisor who knows and understands the work of the publishing world. We needed to register our name with our country's newspaper and magazine council. Our first move was to verify the name or title. After we got the title verification, we needed to obtain a registration number. After we received a temporary registration order, we can now publish our first issue in full detail. Details of the production company. We did market research on Bauer Media, the owners of Empire. They have 170 brands across radio, digital, TV and magazines. This is good for them because they can cross-media convergence. This means they can advertise their other products or stations on their other platforms for free. Bauer Media does this to spread the word about their product for free. A-Line Production should consider being a cross-media convergence. This here is nowhere near a finished product of our magazine. This is just to give you an idea of what it could look like. Our magazine will be successful in the future. This is because there is a gap in the market for a magazine like Terror. We are modern and unique. This is because we cover all types of genres inside the horror. The films we cover will both be old and new ones to make sure we can reach a wider audience. We will cater for the needs of our audience by making sure the prices are too high, so we can reach a younger audience. We are also going to make our format formal to fit our A, B, C1, C2 demographic lifestyle. However, we will include movie slang like B-film and many more to make hardcore movie fans who read Terror feel provided for. There is so much potential for Terror. We are the magazine of modern horror. Are there any questions?
An excellent pitch, Abbie. A lot of thought clearly gone into the content of Terror. So I have two questions. The first is just on the mock proposal that you've got behind you. So if I have a look at Terror, what would you say are the kind of the strengths and weaknesses of your original idea? What areas for development would you say if we're going to take this to market?
Strength is that I think when we highlight the bold words like exclusive, they stand out a lot. And I think words like that make people want to pick it up and read it.
Yeah. What about areas for development? Maybe your test photos, obviously you've incorporated a test photo in there, or some of the text and its positioning, what would you say?
I would probably, so the test photo is one thing, it's set in stone, and this one, the lighting is not very good.
Okay.
You can't really see the picture, so you definitely have to work on that. And some of the text, so like the magazine, where it says the magazine of modern horror, I would probably move that a little bit.
Okay, selling line, yeah. Okay, can we just go back last slide to budgeting, please? Just flip back to budgeting. So, it was a very honest assessment of the budget and of the idea of making a loss and then recouping that to break even. Can we just touch on the idea of you increasing the circulation, okay? So you said it needs to go up 20,000 readers every 3 months in order to go back and break even. What ideas do you have for advertising and promoting Terror, okay? Because I think one of the areas you probably haven't factored in is you've factored in the cost of production and the cost of distribution, but if you're going to advertise this as well, then that's going to cost money as well. Okay, so what ideas do you have in terms of promoting Terror as a brand? Any ideas on where we could promote this or how we could promote it?
We could promote it so A-Line Productions is like a conglomerate.
Yeah.
So we could advertise it for free on their other.
Okay, so if we have other subsidiaries, then you'd use our subsidiaries. Okay, great.
Because that would be a free way, and then we wouldn't make any money loss.
Okay. What if we don't? Okay, so we're starting out. What if we can't offer you the subsidiaries? Are there any other, if we gave you a budget, let's say, of, an X amount of money for advertising, are there any places where your fan base go where you think, okay, will be a good area to promote terror?
Well, obviously it's about a film magazine, so they
Yep.
go to cinemas quite a lot, something
Okay.
like that.
Yep.
So that would be a good place to reach our audience.
Anywhere else? We're not too sure. Okay. Thank you very much, Abbie. That was a great presentation. Okay.